Yes. So yeah, my name is Leo, or Leonardo Colon is my full name. I spell it Neonardo. My last name Colon.
All right. See if we can get through this question. So where do you live, and have you always lived here?
So I live here in Indianapolis, Indiana, more specifically the Broad Ripple neighborhood. And actually, no, I haven't lived here. I actually just recently moved here in Indianapolis within the past year. Before that, I was in like the Purdue University area. And before that, I was in what's called the region, the area close to Chicago. That's where I'm originally from.
Excellent. My next question was, if not, where else have you lived? What would you miss about Indianapolis, Broad Ripple, if you had to leave this place tomorrow?
Wow. Yeah, if I had to leave like this Broad Ripple area tomorrow, I think I would probably miss the people, because especially with the times that we've happened recently, got close to a lot of people here in the neighborhood. Like one in particular, I've actually known them for 5 or 6 years, and I just found out maybe like 6 months ago that they live like 2 or 3 minutes away from me. So we've kind of reconnected, but more so, we've actually reconnected during COVID too, more closely. Actually, Alex is her name. She's actually agreed to be my conductor, which is definitely needed. And she's already she's coming up with like a CRM software for myself to help keep me organized.
Nice. So how would you describe in 1 or 2 words what your 2020 year has been like? And then once you figure out with the 1 or 2 words, then you can explain why you chose those words. So 1 or 2 words that sums up your 2020.
Okay, 1 or 2 words that sums up 2020. And I try to, it's funny, people have this on their mindset. They're like, oh, 2020 is so bad. I'm like, it's not even halfway over. We still got a lot of time left. I think 1 word I would probably say opportunity. And probably the second word is pivot.
So why did you choose opportunity and pivot?
Because if you pivot through all of this, because that's what I had to do, and countless other people too. If you're able to pivot what you're doing, there's huge opportunity. From just thinking of new ideas, new concepts to help people. Because obviously for in the restaurant industry, we've had to package everything, or come up with better ways to package stuff. So that's a pivot right there. Because for example, I put all my bags here at the Legion, all the cookies in bags rather. So it's easier, less contact. Before they were in like just styrofoam to-go containers, but now the bags have an actual seal on them. Tamper-free.
So, how do you explain what your livelihood is? What do you do?
So yeah, I explain I have a CBD plant-based bakery. That's my business. I also call myself a ninja with ingredients. Because not only do I do plant-based items, but being that I'm here at the Legion, these are kind of like meat and potatoes type of people, I say. So yeah, I still cook. Like the chickens, the hamburgers, everything. Actually, through COVID too, I came up with kind of similar a fried chicken recipe, and now they want that on the regular menu like all the time. So yeah, these times have definitely opened up for new creativity too, which has been awesome.
So describe the moment COVID-19 became real to you, and then how that made you feel.
Yeah, so when COVID-19 actually felt real to me was when the farmers market, it was the Indy Winter Farmers Market that I was a part of, they closed, and it was relatively short notice. So the market was on Saturdays, and I think they told us on the Thursday, which, yeah, I was upset because I had a plan. I was going to bring a little oven, and I was going to have hot cookies at the market because I just came out with my oat milk. So I was to do a cold milk, a warm cookie type of thing at the market. But also the market is kind of like, it's nice vibes, it's good people. A lot of people that go to farmers markets have the same like mindset. So that was like another little community there, and I couldn't see those people either. But with that, luckily, farmers markets are now back in full swing. I'm in another one and about to be in a second one. And some of my good fellow vendors are actually in this market as well. So that's been awesome.
how did your daily life change at first, and how has that affected you emotionally?
Yeah, so my daily life when COVID-19 first happened definitely changed a lot. I mean, like I said, I was doing a lot of events for people because I like to do like educational talks, or not necessarily talks, but events, to where I could get like a lot of one-on-one or like a small group, so I could teach them like what CBD is, like what plant-based options are, because a lot of people don't know, or they're just confused. And people are confused, they're less likely to change it, or to change it for themselves, or try it rather. So yeah, basically my whole line of work that I was doing kind of ceased, except here at the Legion. So I spent more time here at the Legion, and we actually, so I was just offering one day here at takeout. So we kind of did open up another day to where we could open up food and take out to the community. But to be honest, it probably took me about 2 weeks to finally revert and pivot. Because yeah, I was just shocked kind of how everything happened so abruptly. But yeah, I had to take some me time, I said, just to kind of like relax. About 2 weeks, like I said. But after that, the Legion was like a blessing. It helped me keep my sanity, but also kept me going to where I'm at now.
So, how do you feel about your daily life now? And then as you've had time to think, what are the things that changed about your life that you want to keep?
Yeah, so my daily life changed like after that initial freak out period, as I say. Kind of kept up more with a schedule now, because now I'm starting to get busier again. So I'm trying to do more like planning, keep the schedule, wake up earlier, get things done earlier. Then as things come at me, then I have what I need to get done already done, and I could go on and do other things. Which has been helpful. Also coming with a team too, which has been kind of come about through COVID-19, because obviously they're younger, of course, but some of them didn't have jobs, or some of them do have some experience, but they were just bored. I mean, all of them were at home. Some of them have a relationship here to the Legion, and that's how I met them. Hayden in particular, he was just bored. He was at home all the time. His mother and father are predominant members here at the Legion. So he was here anyway and saw what I was doing. Plus he wanted another trade. Yeah, he knew a little bit of stuff, but now I have him making one of my recipes of cookies, and he's doing just fine. He actually ran the kitchen with Dan when I was gone this past weekend. I still help them plan and do stuff, but just helping them help me too. So it's a full circle.
Who are the other members of the team that are here today? What do they do?
So yeah, so that was Hayden. I called him my Padawan. So kind of helps me, or a ninja's assistant, sometimes I say. But yeah, like I said, he helps me, which helps him because he's learning. But yeah, he helps me in the kitchen primarily. Dan also helps in the kitchen. He's done it a couple times, more so recently as well. But he also said after doing my dishes, I think 2-3 times, that he wanted to invest, which was awesome. That made me feel good. And then Shauna is here today as well. She's helping me in some of the computer design, graphic design, but more predominantly labels, which has been huge. And then yeah, 2 other members. Well, I have kind of a street team as well, as I say. They're primarily people that help me at the farmer's market, which is Kyle and Sarah. And then, as I already mentioned, Alex, but she's basically helping me be more organized.
So, what's been the biggest challenge for you throughout this pandemic? And how does it compare to any other big challenge you faced before?
I would have to say the biggest challenge of this pandemic probably would be, so through all this, I had to get certified with Marion County, the health department. And there was new regulations and restrictions I had to abide with. It wasn't too difficult, but it's always a nerve-wracking type of thing when you deal with the health department. But no, it went fine. I had samples for her, which she took it, and it made me calm down. And she actually took the rest of it. I gave her my blueberry donuts, and she actually took the rest with her. And so that was awesome.
Well, how does it compare to other big challenges you've had to face before in terms of the transition of COVID?
Or it was definitely not, transition of COVID was definitely nothing I've experienced before. I mean, it affected really like everybody, more so than so I lived through September 11th, and obviously more people were kind of affected personally than themselves, than just seeing something on the news, for instance. Excuse me, what was the question again?
How does it compare?
Oh, how does it compare? Like I said, doesn't really compare in my regard. It's kind of its own different animal.
So, how will your daily life feel like 2 years from now?
My daily life feel 2 years from now, honestly, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen with all of this? I think more prepared, I kind of say, since I kind of already lived through something like this, and still transitioning. So just basically have the mindset, you can't stay still. You always got to be ready for the unexpected.
So, in the challenges you see at work, in your business, or in your community, what excites you about solving them?
By solving challenges, and here at the Legion or in my business, the bakery, just basically helping people. Because like one of the last comments I have, like a list of people are like, because they see me making different stuff, and they're like, oh, can you make this? Can you make that? Yes, I gotta keep it narrow, a little narrow focus. But one of the options is like helping diabetics with sugar-free. So now I'm experimenting with sugar-free, and I've had people ask me that since the last market. But also too, yes, it does take me a little bit of time, but I'm researching what ingredients are best. I'm not just using just plain oat sugar, for instance. Now I'm experimenting with monk fruit, which is also like an anti-inflammatory. So there's some food science going into this.
So, what was your reaction to the George Floyd incident? And then, how do you feel about everything that's come since the incident?
The incident with George Floyd definitely I think was unacceptable. I don't think the officer definitely should have maybe had a little bit more self-control, or just realize what he was doing. And protest afterwards, yes, I think people should express their right to protest, but some ways that people are protesting, I definitely think are unacceptable too. There's a right and wrong way to do something. Definitely more people shouldn't be harmed, or more businesses shouldn't be harmed like that. Definitely be more peaceful. Like I said, there's a right way to do something.
All right, so what 1 to 2 words describe how you feel about the next 5 years?
Ooh, wow, 1 to 2 words that I would use to say for the next 5 years. I still want to say one of them, opportunity. There's still great opportunity. I mean, people are still trying to figure everything out, what's happening, what's not going to happen. So like I said earlier, you can't be stagnant. Gotta just keep rolling, go with the flow. Like I say all the time, just can't stay still. Gotta keep moving and grooving. But opportunity, but also with opportunity, there's uncertainty too. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen with a lot of things. So just got to be mindful of the future. Always got to be ready for what's going to come at us.
Yes, I think earlier, let me do it again, just to make sure I got the thing. So, can you explain what your livelihood is, and what all this is that you're doing?
Yeah, my livelihood. Kind of say I'm stir crazy, or not stir crazy. I don't know. Just go with the flow. Maybe. A lot of craziness has happened. Crazy is kind of a word I say a lot, but good crazy, as I say. Because here at the Legion, they kind of kept me going. While also helping, not only the vets but the community. Kind of helped keep my gears turning. And then with that helped me with my bakery, CBD plant-based bakery, that helped me get back into motion. So now it's freaking crazy, busy. I'm getting more orders, but also I'm considered like an essential business, being that I'm helping food, and being more and more people I'm noticing too are wanting gluten-free and like vegan options, or I being plant-based, I sum it together VGF. So more and more people are coming at me for those options, which I feel thankful for.
So what's the specific role at the American Legion?
So kind of my American Legion can kind of say I'm like the back of house manager. They call me the kitchen extraordinaire too. But basically, yeah, just helping provide meals, make sure the kitchen is in full operation. Basically, but yeah, so back of house manager, you could say.
Okay. So what's something that I didn't ask you that you would want to answer? What things have I not asked you about that you would like to share about your experience?
Let's see. One thing about my experience. Yeah, thinking, because we shared a lot. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe what was my favorite like event or something that happened through all this? So yeah, that would be, so actually it's a local all-natural health food store here in town. It's called Good Earth Natural Foods. So I was actually looking for, actually was picking up teas. So I made my aunt a box. So I got a special tea, it's called Mullen Powder. But through just my conversation with the manager there, and again, experimenting, so I actually put, instead of making a tea, I put it in a cookie, which you're actually gonna get a sample of. But I was just talking, just again, gotta converse. Others are people too. But out of that, the manager wanted an order for cookies for the shop. And actually last week he placed a first full order with me. So like I said, just talking to people, just helping people. You never know what might happen. Because yeah, I wasn't looking for an order, I was just talking.
So what kind of words of encouragement or warning, or what message would you like to share with people who are watching this from across the country?
Yeah, what message? Kind of, I say be positive. That kind of fits with kind of the shirt that I'm wearing. So these are Positivity Bomb is kind of it's kind of group of fellow businesses, again, like-minded, kind of a coalition of fellow businesses. But we just try to help provide community and kindness throughout the community. And that was brought on by the Halo app, which they're, again, helping form a community, but they're a peer-to-peer lending service. But with that, yeah, just be positive. I know stuff might be bad at times, but there's always a way out, and we could figure it out together.